General Garza graces us with her finest. At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers. Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me?
I can't discuss the details.
Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense. Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took command.
Patrol teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost, or without explanation.
Sergeant Dorne, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are you ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Dorne?
I don't like it when people hide things from me.
Who do you think you are, Lieutenant? That Havoc badge does not mean you can just ignore the chain of command. Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorne says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
Apologies for the Colonel, Lieutenant. Not all men are meant to lead.
If you have information that could help me, I'd like to hear it.
Very well, Lieutenant. I'm Elara Dorne, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
I'm not here to find missing patrols, Dorne.
Understood, Lieutenant. But the threat behind these MIAs could be tied to your mission. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Rakghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of Rakghoul activity in these instances. Someone else attacked those teams. If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
I'll decide for myself what's important, Dorne.
Understood, Lieutenant. General Garza's orders were to apprise you of all pertinent intelligence. I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
I'd say the Republic could use more officers like Dorne.
And I'd say there's a better use for a soldier's time than memorizing every single regulation in the books. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. Takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
Seems pointless to me.
MIA guidelines require that all leads be investigated, even unlikely ones. I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out. More power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route. Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group. The attackers.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
It would be nice to have something more substantial to go on.
More samples can only mean more intel. Good luck, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, status report. Are you injured?
Everything is fully operational.
Good. There's much to do. Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group. That classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify command.
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers, and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of investigation. Armed hostility against Republic personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
This isn't my problem.
Understood, sir. But we won't learn more until this lead is investigated. Orbital scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavenger's compound. I'll scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
I'll see you on the other side, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dorne out.
You're from the Republic! Watch out! There's a huge alien guarding us, and... Ah! There it is! Run for it! Who are you? You took that thing down easy.
What's your status? Any injuries?
We're pretty banged up, sir, but we'll live. We were running our patrol route when these damn scavengers jumped us. I'm Ensign Tane, sir. I think it's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Needles? As in Elara Dorne, the Havoc Squad medic?
I really don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
Needles is a code name.
Oh, guess you've heard of him then. Well, the scavengers also said...
Here they are. Cav, Goran, cover the exit. Vice, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorne's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report, Ensign. Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Terrace. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
These days, the imps are everywhere.
So, are you excited, Dorne? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
Is there something you want to tell me, Dorne?
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial. However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
What made you change sides?
The Imperials regularly violated their own stated regulations and intentions without cause. I refused to participate. We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
Is there anything you want me to pass on to your old friends, Dorne?
We have our separate duties, Lieutenant. I'll leave you to yours.
Looking for Needles, are you? I'm afraid he's long gone, my friend.
Tell me where Needles went and you might live.
I'll need more of a guarantee than that, I think. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Needles. But in exchange, you have to let me go.
You're in no position to bargain.
No, I'm in no position to fight. I'm in an excellent position to bargain. I have information you need. It's as straightforward as that. It's simple. Let me live, and I will tell you everything. Kill me, and you'll learn nothing.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant Dorne. Do not trust this man. I served with him in the Empire. His name is Thoris.
What? Who's that? Who are you talking to? Dawn, is that you?
Thoris is a mass murderer, Lieutenant, a war criminal.
I'm listening, Sergeant. Go on.
During my time in Imperial service, Thoris ordered the executions of hundreds of civilian non-combatants and full-scale bombings of unarmed populations. Furthermore, these actions were committed in circumvention of direct orders from Imperial command.
I am a soldier. I do what I must to achieve my objectives, just like you, Lieutenant.
Tell me about Needles and I'll forget what Dorne said.
Whatever you want, I'll tell you anything. Needles is doing experiments on the Rakghouls. He wants to understand the disease, to turn it into a weapon. He left here a few hours ago. He said he was visiting some friends in the ruptured sewer system to get more samples.
Keep going. What else can you tell me?
That's everything. That's all I know. I've given you what you wanted. Now what about me?
You'd know better than I would, Sergeant. What should I do here?
I respectfully suggest you discharge your weapon into Thoris's skull, Lieutenant.
No! This isn't fair.
The discussion ends now.
I'll meet you back in the SAR office, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
No!
Good work with Thoris, Lieutenant. War criminals do not deserve the opportunity to strike deals. Lab results confirmed Thoris's account. Needles has almost completed a weaponized strain of Rak Ghoul disease. However, the data makes no mention of Needles' friends in the ruins of the transport system.
Do you have any idea who these friends might be?
Available intelligence doesn't show any populations in the ruins of the transport system, but scans of the area have been cursory at best. Rak Ghouls infest the area, making scouting by foot inordinately difficult. However, one traversable route has been located.
I don't see how that helps.
If the route we've located is the only one available, then the odds are good that you'll find Needles somewhere in the area. I apologize for the lack of intelligence, Lieutenant. This ruined transport station is our only lead to Needles' location. I would encourage you to stock up on supplies and munitions before entering the area. Good luck. Welcome back, Lieutenant. Congratulations on the success of your mission.
I couldn't have pulled off this mission without you, Sergeant.
I was only following orders, Lieutenant. General Garza attempted to contact you a few moments ago. I took the liberty of briefing her on your mission status.
My mission status is supposed to be classified. You aren't supposed to know about it.
General Garza expressed no concern, as I'm sure she's familiar with the temporary clearance authorized by Security Code MR7C. The General requested that you contact her before departing Taris. The holocom in the next room has been prepared for your use.
I'll contact her right away.
Congratulations once again, Lieutenant.
Greetings, Lieutenant. I understand congratulations are in order.
Tavis is gonna run out of friends fast at this rate.
You've done very well. Needles was a brilliant man. Taking him down was no small feat. And there's something else, Lieutenant. Tell me, what do you think of Sergeant Dorne?
She knows the regulations, that's for sure.
I looked over her service record. Impressive stuff, I must say. Were you aware that Dorne served with the Imperial military for almost 2 years, Lieutenant?
She told me she grew up in the Empire.
Yes, the accent is a dead giveaway. Pure Droman Kos. Sergeant Dorne earned more commendations in her 2 years of Imperial service than most soldiers earn in 10. Since joining the Republic, she's earned 2 Medals of Valor, both for rescuing wounded soldiers under fire in enemy territory. This woman has led an exceptional career.
Exceptional women like me and Dorne should stick together.
That's just what I had in mind, actually. I want Dorne in Havoc Squad, Lieutenant. Her service record is unmatched, and her assistance to you on Taris was beyond commendable.
I guess Dorne could probably come in handy.
It's settled, then. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You're halfway to a full squad. I'll contact Colonel Gaff to notify him about the transfer. You should go and inform Sergeant Dorne yourself, Lieutenant. Contact me from your ship when you've finished. Garza out.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
Go pack your gear. You're with me now.
A transfer into Havoc Squad? Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Sergeant Dorne reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
Assemble your kit and embark on my ship, double time.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Lieutenant, I assume Sergeant Dorne took the news well?
She's joining the best unit in the galaxy. She was ecstatic.
Excellent. We'll have the squad fully restaffed in no time.
Sir, my equipment and personal effects have been stowed in full accordance with Transport Code Section 2. If I may say so again, sir. It is truly an honor to be selected for Havoc Squad.
We never know what we're gonna run into from one op to the next.
Yes. The operation on Terrace was a clear example of that. I intend to begin reviewing and memorizing all relevant dossiers and intelligence reports on our assignment immediately. If I discover any points of confusion or areas where I believe I can contribute, I'll submit a full 587B report.
Sure, the old 587B. Sounds good, Dorne.
Thank you, sir. I'll get on with my review. Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
What can I do for you, Dorne?
As a condition of my service in the Republic military, Personnel Division requires that I report regularly on my activities. However, my Havoc Squad missions are classified and cannot be shared with Personnel Division. I'd like to ask if you would vouch for me when I report in.
Haven't you proven your loyalty by now?
That is a matter for Personnel Division to decide. We should use the ship's secure holocom. Captain Kaylor, this is Elara Dorne, personnel number 22795, reporting in per Regulation 449.
Please, Elara, you don't have to give me the full rundown every time. I know who you are. How are things?
Well enough, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the commander of Havoc Squad, my new CO. Sir, this is Captain Kaylor, Army Personnel Division.
Good to meet you, Captain.
The pleasure's mine. Meeting you is a real honor. Tell me about being in the top squad in the Republic, Elara. You must be keeping very busy.
I'm sorry, Captain, but you aren't authorized to know about Havoc Squad's activities. My CO will have to vouch for me from now on.
What? Elara, I don't want to be a hard case, but rules are rules. This top secret junk won't fly.
Don't try to push us, desk jockey. It won't end well.
Are you insane? You're actually threatening me? Just carry on, Elara. We'll talk about this after I've had a word with my superiors. Kaylor out.
I wasn't expecting him to react so strongly. Surely he didn't expect me to report on classified information.
You can't expect much out of a soldier who doesn't even fight.
I have to disagree. Wars are won as much through organization as combat success, and specialists are needed for both. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have several matters to attend to. Thank you for your time. Sir, I feel I owe you an apology. After we spoke with Captain Kaylor, I was unnecessarily curt with you. You've been very supportive. That hasn't always been the case with Republic personnel I've dealt with since defecting.
I wouldn't be much of a CO if I didn't watch out for my people.
It's greatly appreciated, sir. People distrust me as soon as I speak. They only hear my accent. Even when I'm not a potential spy, I'm a resource. Endless questions about Imperial culture, personnel, military procedures. It's exhausting.
Are you trying to say you regret switching sides?
Of course not. I apologize. I shouldn't let such things frustrate me. Mistrust and inconvenience are a small price to pay for a clear conscience. I don't regret defecting to the Republic at all. Despite my past, I was allowed to join the military, earn commendations, and serve in the Republic's most elite squad. I'm very fortunate.
What led you to defect in the first place?
We should talk about it later, sir. I've occupied enough of your time. Sir, I wondered if I might ask a personal question about the former Havoc Squad member's defection. What was it like to have your commander and comrades join the enemy? How did you feel?
I was shocked. I never saw it coming.
Tavis and the others must have been hiding their plans very carefully. I've always wondered how my family took the news of my defection. It must have been difficult for them to understand.
What was your family like?
Austere. Proud. Warm as well, at least in private. Members of the Dorne family have served with distinction in the Imperial military for generations. It's an important family tradition. It isn't easy to reach prominence in the Empire with no aptitude for the Force, but my family did it. I hope they're all still well.
Your family got by before you came along. They'll be all right.
You're probably right, sir. If I may say so, sir, you've had quite an impressive career. You're the commander of the most elite squad in the entire Republic. You must be quite proud.
I just go where they tell me and do my job. Nothing more.
Clearly, you do more than that, or you wouldn't have such an exceptional service record. I remember when I first enlisted and qualified for medical specialization. My brother Alexei completed his technical specialization on the same day. We were both proud to finally serve in the Imperial military. My brother advanced quickly, but I became disillusioned as time went on.
Is Alexei still in the Imperial military?
As far as I know, yes. I wish he'd seen things as I did. The Imperial military was supposed to stand for honor and discipline, but my superiors discarded those concepts any time a Sith asked it. I'd always been taught that the Jedi and the Republic were genocidal hypocrites, but the only brutalities I witnessed were committed by my own comrades.
I'm sure it wasn't easy to learn the truth like that.
I have always preferred difficult truths to easy lies. I raised my concerns with my superiors, but they only questioned my resolve. Soon, I would have been forced to prove my loyalty by carrying out orders directly against my conscience. I chose to defect instead.
I hope you took out some other imps in the process.
I thought it best to simply slip away unnoticed during a night patrol. I surrendered to the first Republic patrol I came across and declared my intention to defect. That was over 3 years ago. It's strange to realize how long it's been. The Republic truly feels like my home now. Sir, I need to speak to you immediately. I've received a strange holomessage that appears to bear Imperial signal codes. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted you present to supervise and confirm that I'm not engaged in secret communications with Imperial personnel.
We better watch it immediately.
Yes, sir. I'll load it now.
Elara, it's me, Alexei. I hope you're well. It's been a long time.
Alexei? Sir, this message is from my brother. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Let's hear the rest of the message first.
I'm sorry to contact you like this, but I need your help. My men and I, we're as good as dead. We're on Nar Shaddaa. We were caught tampering with one of the Hutt's operations. We never dreamed the slugs would have so much security. These Hutts are Imperial allies, Elara. There is no rescue team. We'll be disavowed and left to die. Please. You're my only hope now.
We can't help Imperial personnel, Elara.
There is no regulation against assisting the enemy so long as they aren't acting against Republic interests. I believe I can bring him to our side. I know my brother better than anyone. I can convince him to defect. Perhaps it's best if I see to this matter alone, sir. Alexei will be much easier to convince if he doesn't feel outnumbered.
If your brother won't flip, you'll bring him in as a prisoner. Understood?
Yes, sir. Coordinates are included at the end of the message. I'll prep my gear for search and rescue. The operation was a complete success, sir. Per Code 23 of the Enemy Interaction Guidelines, Alexei officially defected to the Galactic Republic. Given the circumstances, we didn't have much time to catch up, but I have my brother back. Thank you for allowing me to help him.
Are you certain this isn't just an Imperial scam?
I'm quite certain. My brother isn't leading us on. Hopefully Personnel Division will allow me to stay in contact with Alexei. Not privately, of course, and help guide him through the defection process. I should start compiling notes for him. Thanks again, sir. Sir, I'm sorry to bother you, but I've received a troubling message from Captain Kaylor, my supervisory officer from Personnel Division. He ordered me to contact him immediately. I hoped you could join me for the conversation.
I've got a few minutes at least.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll raise him on the holo now. Captain Kaylor, this is Elara Dorne, personnel number 22795, reporting in per your request.
Always the whole mess, every time. Anyway, yes, thank you for returning my call, Elara. It's about this whole situation with your brother. You did a great job, obviously, but people are starting to think you have more information than you're sharing.
We got a lead and Elara acted on it. End of story.
Maybe, maybe not. Elara, if you have information you'd like to share, I think this would be a good time for you to come in.
I appreciate the offer, but I have no further information of value to you.
Suit yourself. I have work to do. Kaylor out.
He's still demanding more. After everything I've done, what do I have to do to prove myself?
We got more important things to do right now.
Yes, sir. I could stand to think about something else for a while. Sir, I need your approval to requisition some supplies for my medical kit. I've categorized the items by relative priority. Everything fits within our allotment under Supply Code 18, but items near the bottom of the list can wait if necessary.
What kind of supplies are we talking about?
Just restocking basic supplies. We're fortunate to be serving in Special Forces. We get priority when requesting supplies like these. I've heard that regular army units must now wait several weeks to receive high-demand items. Increased hostilities are taking their toll.
It's probably gonna get worse before it gets better.
That does seem to be the path we're on. Hopefully, our actions can at least stem the tide. I'd best get this finished, sir. Thank you for your time. I'm still quite concerned about Captain Kaylor and his accusations, sir. If Personnel Division thinks I'm withholding information about the Empire, they can continue hounding me under Security Regulation 15. I think if men like Kaylor had their way, I'd be locked in a room reciting the minutiae of Imperial culture until the end of time.
First-hand information can save a lot of lives.
Yes, sir, but I want to do more for our cause than spout arbitrary information. Still, you are correct. Even if it comes to such dreary ends, I'll still be serving the Republic.
You'll always do what's required of you, won't you?
I will, sir. So long as I have no moral objections, of course. I appreciate you taking the time to discuss this with me, sir. I'll leave you to your other duties. I'm afraid I have another requisition form that requires your attention, sir. Our shipboard rations have fallen somewhat below the levels outlined in Code 18, and the Quartermaster Corps restocking estimate is currently 9 weeks. As an alternative, I'd like to supplement our food stores with products from public sources. Real food, as Jorgen would say, but commanding officer approval is required.
It can't hurt to mix up the menu a bit. Make it happen.
I'll have us back to standard stock levels in no time. Thank you for your time, sir. Sir, I have excellent news. I've secured permission for us to use Form 859RA for our after-action reports, instead of the older 859R.
How is the new one different?
The form has been significantly streamlined for ease of completion, a full 1/6 shorter. This should result in a cumulative time savings of more than 90 minutes within 4 weeks. It should be quite pleasant. We've been through quite a bit, haven't we, sir? Since I joined Havoc Squad, I've seen more combat and performed more medical treatments than in my entire career beforehand. I've learned a great deal.
I'm glad you're getting some good experience here.
First-hand experience is always the best. I couldn't be prouder to be a part of Havoc Squad. I'm serving the Republic and becoming a better soldier and medic every day. And I have you to thank for it all. Most officers would never have given me this chance, but you did. Thank you.
I didn't want Havoc to be all men. The skills are a nice bonus, though.
Very funny. Enough talk. Let's put some of this experience to work, shall we? Sir, there is a very important matter that requires your immediate attention. Kazi Brandy, aged 30 years. One of the few personal effects I brought with me when I defected. I waged a veritable war to have it returned once my legal status was established. It's all but impossible to find in Republic space. I want you to have it.
I never took you for much of a drinker, Elara.
I'm no great cantina patron, perhaps, but I can enjoy a fine spirit over dinner or some light reading just as much as the next person. You've been a fine commander and a very good friend to me. A token of appreciation seemed quite overdue. Don't hesitate to share if you should decide to open it. Sir, I was wondering if you've received any messages from Captain Kaylor recently. I've not heard anything since the situation with Raidu. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest.
Captain Kaylor hasn't sent me any messages.
I suppose it's possible he's moved on to other cases, but I can't help but suspect that he's still planning something. I attempted to contact him for my standard activity report, but I was told that he's out of the office on an important assignment. I can't help but wonder if I'm a part of that assignment. I don't look forward to finding out.
I won't tolerate Kaelor interfering with my squad again.
Perhaps it won't come to that. We have enough to deal with as it is. I shouldn't be thinking about problems that may not exist. Sorry to trouble you, sir. Let's just get back to work. Sir, I was just going over a research article I've been writing for the Armed Forces Medical Science Journal. Well, I'm a bit nervous about it, actually. I've never had an article published in the journal. It's quite prestigious.
What exactly did you write about?
A simplified step-by-step process for rapidly assessing wounds and treatment options in combat situations. Just something I've developed during our various operations. I may not hear back for some time. There's quite a bit of writing in the medical field at the moment. One of the side effects of wartime. I'll just have to wait and see. Sir, I'm afraid I need to request a brief leave of absence. It's Kaelor. He's attempting to exploit a loophole in Investigative Appeals Process subsection 4 in order to reopen his inquiry without new cause.
I think it's time to introduce that scumbag to the roomier end of an airlock.
That won't be necessary. I'm not going to give Kaelor the time to carry his supposed investigation any further. I'm going to Coruscant. I have every message, every report, every call recorded. It's time to demonstrate to Kaelor's superiors exactly what his supposed service to the Republic has accomplished.
I'll come with you. With my word backing you up, you can't fail.
You're very kind to offer, sir, but I need to handle this myself. Bringing a war hero along would seem like a diversionary tactic. I'll return as quickly as possible. Sir, I am ordered to report that I, Elara Dorne, personnel number 22795, am no longer classified as a person of concern. The Personnel Division of the Army of the Galactic Republic has declared that I am to be treated as a fully protected legal citizen, effective immediately.
Tell me everything. What about Kaelor?
Kaelor never saw it coming. When I exercised my right under Service Code 1 to an immediate personnel hearing, he was literally speechless. I demonstrated documentation for every moment of his pointless investigation. Once the man-hours and expenditures were totaled, it came to thousands of credits wasted in wartime.
I assume Kaelor won't be working for Personnel Division anymore?
I'm not privy to his employment status, but I suspect you're right. I still can't believe this day has finally come. The suspicion, the reservations, the endless questions. They've been a part of my life for so long. But no more. I am a citizen of the Galactic Republic.
It's great to see this happening for you.
Thank you so much. I've never felt prouder to be serving the Republic. Let's return to the front lines. I want to go back to doing my part.
I could use a good scrap myself.
I'll prepare my equipment, sir. Sir, the Journal published my article. I've already received dozens of holo-messages from medical officers and units across the galaxy. I never expected such a positive reaction.
I doubt anyone will be throwing accusations at you now.
I hadn't even thought of it that way. I would never have learned so much if you hadn't brought me onto the squad. I really owe you a tremendous debt, sir. Thank you. Truly. Tell me, sir, do you think you'll have children someday? I can only imagine the young soldiers and commanders you would raise. Future defenders of the Republic, one and all.
The idea of kids hadn't crossed my mind.
Really? I think you'd make a splendid mother. I could even tutor them for you. Medicine, biology, Republic and military legal terminology.
What if they don't become soldiers or doctors or lawyers?
Well, whatever they choose to do in life, I'll be glad to do whatever I can to help them. Anyway, we have plenty of work to do in the here and now. Let's get to it.